The story is absolutely verified, and it's very, very simple. The two main characters were Abe Smith and George Crump, who later on developed Pine Valley. Abe Smith hit a great shot right behind me, which was then the 12th hole. Many stories have been written about. The birth of Birdie was here, though. Atlantic City was a tourist city then and now. So the hotel men got together, the owners of the big hotels in Atlantic City, and said, we need to have something for what they called the carriage trade, which was the wealthy people from the Philadelphia area. Being in Atlantic City, going to the beach, going to the restaurants, going to the small gambling casinos, or the burlesque shows or whatever else. They wanted something else to do, and golf was just starting to get a lot of publicity around the country. And that was really the original impetus as to why they built this club.
It goes back to well over 100 years now. I don't think there's ever been more than 10 or 15 clubs that were built before this. The original golf course was built and designed in around 1897, 98. The original golf course was 12 holes. The clientele was very high-end. High-end clientele because the wealthy people could afford it.
There were the men's groups that would come down from Philadelphia, usually by train, and play golf. Most of them belonged to clubs in Philadelphia. They were the ones who were kind of leading the charge of golf in Delaware Valley, let's say, in New Jersey.
A lot of times it was warmer down at the Jersey Shore than it was in Philadelphia. Might be snow up there or sleet. Down here, might be cold, but no snow, no sleet. So they'd come down here. There was a threesome that day where the term Birdie was coined. It was George Crump, Abner Smith, and his brother William. George Crump was a wealthy businessman from Philadelphia who bought the ground that's now Pine Valley and built Pine Valley Golf Club, one of the greatest clubs in the world. He was a member here well before Pine Valley was built, and he happened to be playing here on a winter weekend.
Abe Smith hit a great shot right behind me, which was then the 12th hole.
Great tee shot, Abe.
Thank you.
And he hit it up inches from the hole, and he simply yelled, "That's a bird of a shot."
Oh, that shot was a bird, boy.
Sure was, Abe.
And that is the way it stuck. He did not hit a bird in the air or an eagle in the air. That's not true. It was as simple as using that term. Remember, it was such a new game, there wasn't a lot of terminology. Bird, I would equate it to cool today, like if you're a bird of a guy. And that's pretty much how that term was used.
Well, that was a bird of a shot.
The way I was told was it was an older gentleman. He said, that's how you said that there was a hot woman. It's a bird of a girl. But back then, that was the way to say that something was great. It was a great accomplishment.
Par was already established, and they said it was a bird of a shot. It went from bird to birdie. We can verify it. It is true because there's been so much documented.
What this book, I like to say, is, as far as I'm concerned, this is somewhat of a Bible, but it's also really just a starting point. Era that we're in, whether it's the internet or et cetera, everything's documented. It wasn't always the case. Going on my 12th year here, this reminds me a lot of a fishing story. The one thing that everyone agrees upon is George Crump, Abner Smith. Beyond that, I've heard anything from Tillinghouse to Abner Smith's brother to Crump's brother. I'm not sure, and frankly, I don't even know if it matters. What matters is, that you can actually pinpoint something in history like that to not only a venue but an actual hole. That's pretty neat.
That was a bird of a shot.